One more story for you today that I thought really would be a nice way to end the show today and illustrative of what's going on here in the world right now and why a humble guy like me who just wanted to go out to California and make it. That's not a gratuitous use of California, by the way. I'm making a point about California. I just wanted to go out there and make it, and I did it. I did 8 years there, and I did the thing you do when you go to California. I became a success, and then I fled. But why a guy like me had to flee. And it's not just me. There are quite literally hundreds of thousands, if not at this point, at least almost 1 million people who are in the middle of this migration process. We are watching a rather extraordinary rejiggering of the entire map politically, culturally. We are watching the red and the blue split. I know a lot of people are upset by that, but in some ways I think there's a lot of good arguments for it, and it's actually okay, and your state should matter more than the federal government, et cetera, et cetera. And there's a lot of evidence now that this is happening all over the country, and it's not just California that people are fleeing. So we've got some info here from Becker News. The evidence is now in that authoritarian COVID policies have become extremely unpopular. Since the COVID pandemic in July 2020 to July 2021, Americans have fled blue states. Meanwhile, states that ban vaccine mandates saw a surge in population in the aggregate. So of course, you guys know that. We're going to show you a chart here. There's a map for you, and just take a look at the map. And what you are seeing, basically, is that all of the blue states, with some minor exceptions, people are fleeing. People are getting the freak. I almost said the other F word, but they're really pushing me on that these days. They're getting out of the blue states. They're getting out of states that are endlessly locked down, and they are moving to red states. And not only are they moving to red states, but you guys know this, all of these ridiculous politicians, like Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, and Gavin Newsom, and up in California. Is that one gratuitous? I'll throw in $5 for that one, just for saying Gavin Newsom's name. You know what, every time I say his name, I'll throw in $5. So that's it, so start the tally, all right? These people vacation here. AOC vacations in Florida. Eric Swalwell vacations in Florida. These people don't believe their own policies. They don't believe their own nonsense. They want to destroy their states, and I think they're doing it quite well. Bill de Blasio, people talk about Bill de Blasio, this socialist who ruined New York City, and a lot of people are like, he was a failure. Look at New York City now, the homelessness, the drug use, the mass migration, all of this stuff. And it's like, was he a failure, or did he do exactly what a socialist would want to do? I'm pretty sure that he did. This is quite extraordinary if you look at the map. Connor, can we pull that map up again? This is really incredible stuff. California has lost roughly 367,000 people. That is a crazy, crazy number. Florida, on the other hand, and hopefully all of these people know what they're fleeing and what they're going to vote for once they're here, has gained 220,000 people. Like, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding, right? Do you know anyone, because I don't, do you know anyone in your own life? I would really love to hear it. Please contact us one way or another, who is like, you know what, I can't take it in Florida anymore with my ability to make my own decisions. I'm moving to New York. Like, it sounds ridiculous, but you could see someone being like, I've lived in New York City my entire life and I've never seen more crime and it doesn't seem safe and the businesses are all closed and they've got these vaccine mandates and the people who are in charge don't even abide by them. I'm moving to Florida. Like, that does make sense, right? So you don't even have to look at the stats, right? I can read stats to you, but like, think about your own life. Think about what you're doing in your own life. Think about the places you aspire to be. Think about the places that other people aspire to be. Think about the places that people want to leave. It's like nobody. Actually, I do know one person who moved to New York City in all of the last 2 years. And believe it or not, it was my mother-in-law, because she fell in love. She actually fell in love. And the guy, great guy, I'm not going to name him right here, but a really, really wonderful guy, lives in New York City. I don't know how long they're going to stay there, but she fell in love and moved to New York City. So I guess strange things have happened, but the point is, guys, you see what's going on here. And just to add a little bit more on this, there's some info here from the Daily Mail in terms of people's political leanings changing right now as well. A new survey conducted by Gallup revealed that 47% of Americans identified as Republican or Republican leaning at the end of 2021. That's a 9% increase in support from the start of the year. So what I thought was extraordinary about that is it doesn't surprise me, obviously, that more people are sort of leaning right? They're going, okay, the wokesters, the leftists, whatever is remaining of the sane liberals, none of this works. The Democrats are basically all crazy liars. I can't find, there's Joe Manchin, he's all right, and you got Kirsten Sinema, and maybe Tulsi's still a Democrat, I don't know, but there's really just nothing left there. There are no sort of sane liberal pundits. Let's put Bill Maher on the side, or okay, you can put him where you want to put him in that. There's just nothing left over there. So as I often say on the show, you don't have to be a Republican, but you cannot be a Democrat. I don't know that I really consider myself a Republican. A Republican is part of a political party. You're part of the Republican political party. Like, I don't need to be part of a political party per se. I think that's sort of an old school way of looking at things. But do the conservative set of views, do the basic ideas of freedom and rule of law and personal choice, are those a better set of ideas than whatever the freak is going on with this collectivist authoritarian lunacy and this obsession with race and gender and state power and taxing the shit out of you? It's like, the choice is yours, man, and everyone gets it.